Hey.
Happy New Year. All right, here we go. Welcome back.
What's up, party people?
That was the best intro.
Intro, yes. Welcome
It's
back.
like Anthrax, but worse.
Calling the Audible with Simon, Peeze, Eagle, and GM and I is the Division C podcast. We'll go with a live look into Stefano Barati. A pre-game.
Pre-cap. Wow.
Because Brocation plays Friends in Low Places tonight at 10:30 in Brossard, so we'll get his thoughts on that
That's
game.
a big playoff.
It's huge. We'll get Stefano's thoughts on that. You know, we'll ask him how the warm-ups go with Christian Sarantola.
Are they 6 guys?
Are they 6 guys, perhaps? Anyway. All right, let's dive into the week that was for the Division C, and there was a lot of games that went on, and the one game that really stood out for all of us was the Blue Chips Commission game.
Oh, yeah, that number 1 team Invincible Commission?
Yes,
yeah.
And
they got trashed.
Before we get into the nooks and crannies of this game here, I will say this, though. Brent Bakken wasn't too happy with the two guys to my left.
So,
whatever.
Okay, so Brent Bakken calls his team the best defense wins championship, the best defense.
He wasn't even there yesterday.
Oh, you mean in his weekly commission article?
And they
it's
allowed
called the commission report,
50
right?
points. Like, if you're the best defense in division, how do you allow 50 points?
What was Brett Bakken on defense?
From 2 different quarterbacks, nonetheless.
Yes,
Yeah,
because at
Jordan
some point they're
Mitchell
like,
was
we scored so much, we should stop. Sorry?
I think Jordan Mitchell was late to the game a little bit. So.
Yeah.
But anyways, they scored 50 points on the best defense in the division. Does this make them the best offense in the division?
Blue Chips, honestly, they're fun as an offense. And that's, so like, we always say, because guys like that look like us say that running quarterbacks can't work because we look like us. White
I mean,
guys.
I
Wait,
can't.
analysts over here?
What?
I can't. You've seen me try.
I understand, but I'm saying, so because of that, like, and you want to feel like you're more relevant in the league, you say that, well, you need to be a pocket passer to win. But there's going to be a point in the FPF evolution where you get a guy who's just as good at throwing the ball as he is at running.
Yes.
And I think this is the start of it with Jordan Mitchell.
I think that the only reason we use that... Sorry, Jim.
I love that you're talking about this like Jordan Mitchell's the first like
two-way. No, he's not. He's not. But it's
but he's a special talent.
But like, dude, what he's done over the last 2 seasons is ridiculously impressive.
But I don't think he's that unique compared to some of his peers in the higher division.
I think he might be as good.
Here's
the
argument
for
the Blue Chips, right? Remember when they first came in the league, they were in a complete mess.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were in Division B.
Organized. They were they wanted to play Division B because they wanted to beat Norwood Garden, and they did actually by 18 plus points. Great. I remember that game. But then when they figured it out, and I see the point of Peeze, right? And I see the point of you as well from GM. But I see where Peasy's coming from, that Jordan Mitchell it's a God-given talent he has, that he's so elusive out there that even when he's running around, he can still make that completion and not have to rely on his legs solely to win football games.
Like, he goes out and makes plays. It's like... And I know I'm guilty on the show of making a lot of basketball comparisons, but I'll make another one. It's like watching Allen Iverson. It's a guy who...
I see it was more Mark Price.
No, but I know he just goes out and makes plays, and the situation is not always favorable for him. But he's such a freak athlete.
He is.
That he can always create more time and always create different passing windows, and you cannot defend his receivers for as long as he's going to extend the play.
And he never gets rattled.
No,
but that's the only.
His confidence is amazing.
That's the only job. Well, yeah, for sure. That's the only job I would have against.
Why is it against?
It's if you have as talented rusher against him, he tends to break down because instead of relying on being a pocket, so he's able to do both. We both agree he could be a pocket passer and he's a great runner in the backfield. If you could put into his head, okay, I'm facing a great rusher, let's just be a pocket passer and win this game. If you take away his legs, that's when he struggles.
He's been doing this 3 seconds.
Yes,
give him time. His ability in the pocket over the last 3 seasons has gotten so much better.
He's like the roadrunner.
Yeah,
he's like the roadrunner with an arm. That's what he is.
Like Simon, he's been doing it 3 seconds. What's your excuse for not being better?
I'm terrible.
No disrespect though, because like I think very highly of Jordan Mitchell, but like how is this different from Tam Villedef?
He's better.
From Jamil Springer,
better.
Alex Nadeau-Putz.
I think he's better.
Like this is not.
Wow, let's not compare him to Alex.
But Alex Nadeau-Putz doesn't really use his legs the same way. That's not what I'm describing.
I think that Alex Nadeau-Putz finished with more rushing yards last winter than.
Yeah, but
okay. Here's my
but he doesn't do the side to side thing and he buy hours in the pocket.
Alex doesn't buy time. He runs when it's there.
Has to. Here's the argument for you guys right now. If you had to cast your vote for quarterback of the year for Jordan Mitchell, would he get it today? And I'll give you the stats.
Can you give me the stats?
25 carries, 370 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. Okay.
So 5 touchdowns.
So add that to his total.
Yes. Totals now. 26 TDs passing, 3
So 31.
INTs. He's been sacked 7 times,
31's not a lot.
63% passing completion, a 115 quarterback rating he has, and 1,050 yards.
Yeah, 31 touchdowns, not that much.
31 combined touchdowns.
Yeah, but who's that? Who has more?
But I'm just giving you his stats right now.
I mean, he's on pace for 44 touchdowns. If he has one big week, it ends up with like 47, 48.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
And their
first of
last
all, this
3
is
games?
very boring radio.
Yeah.
But who's higher than 31? Just give me names.
I will
please.
give you names in 2 seconds.
More
here.
than 31, so we could compare. Say, is he really in the run or far off? Or because if somebody's already at like 39, 38, it's tough
Here,
hill to battle.
his stats right now compared to other quarterbacks as we speak for yards passing as we go in. Gio DeFazio, not going to win it. 29
Touchdowns,
TDs,
not yards.
Yeah, start with touchdowns.
50 touchdowns here.
Just give us touchdowns.
Rich Humes has 36 TDs, 3 INTs.
That's not bad.
Mark Belvedere, 32 TDs, 8 INTs.
That's not bad.
Nick Gendron-Vallée, 32 for 13. Jesse Dupree, 30 for 5.
Even not going that far, like compare Rich Humes to Jordan Mitchell head to head.
Or you
Similar
could-
quarterbacks.
Yeah, you could compare Jordan Mitchell to Jesse Dupuis, who also has rushing touchdowns, I'm sure.
Mhm.
At least one, because he had one
He
this
scored
week.
one yesterday against us.
I think what it is, Rich Humes is like that peanut butter sandwich, and Mitchell's like that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He just brings an added excitement to the game.
Yeah, you're right.
I agree that he's a better quarterback, but is he better on paper to win the award?
Well, so like,
Who are you building your
So I-
franchise around then?
Rich Humes.
Rich Humes, who
I
you got?
disagree.
You got
Yeah,
I
I'm
disagree.
going with Jordan.
I go with Jordan Mitchell.
Jordan?
He's better.
Eagle, who you got?
Why can't they do both?
You cannot.
Most said, who do you build your franchise around, though? You know, Rich Humes on defense is.
But as a
Jordan
quarterback,
Mitchell-
okay,
Jordan Mitchell's
specifically as a
also
That's
quarterback.
great
not
on
what you
defense.
said, though.
Imagine Jordan Mitchell
I'm
as a
talking about
rusher.
quarterback,
Okay,
though.
I'll still take Rich Humes.
Yo, put Jordan Mitchell at rusher.
Yeah, that works.
So
Yeah.
like, I'm still going with Jordan Mitchell.
Yeah,
I'm
me
still-
too.
And like, look,
I love
we've,
Rich.
We've already established I would raise Rich Humes' child. We've established this on the sidelines.
Yes, it was a
2
long time
seasons
ago.
ago. But like, I love the guy. I think he's great. But I'm telling you, Jordan Mitchell's this good, and like, he's not good yet.
Yeah, there's
He
still.
hasn't tapped
Like,
into his
that's
full
why, like, to
potential.
me,
He will get better.
There's
He hasn't figured
untapped
it out.
potential. When you tell me, for example, you give me Tam Vildat, I've seen what Tam Vildat has to offer. I'm telling you, I think it's a prediction, so it may not be right, that
Precaps.
it's a precap. My precap is that by the time it's all said and done, Jordan Mitchell will be better because where he is already is ridiculous. It's
Fair.
insane.
Right.
Unless, you can't run in 2 years. But
Yeah. Don't get fat
And
like
he's
me.
a really nice guy, by the way.
Yeah.
A really, really
He
nice
is.
guy.
All
Yag-
that whole team actually super nice guys.
Good
they're all
guys.
nice guys.
Hennessy, my favorite player. I learned something from Hennessy. Before games, he puts powder in his socks. All right, Jagerbomb
What?
against top season. Jagerbomb winning.
Hennessy the anger bomb. It's a bit of a decline.
It is.
So-
Surprised by the fact Jagerbomb won 32-28. Are we seeing anything? Are we reading
Yes
this?
or no? Yes and no.
I'm
You want-
never surprised when the Jaeger bomb wins anymore.
Okay, so you want? Okay, so start with yours, and I'll do my thesis. After.
So, like, the thing is, Jagerbomb, again, they do this thing every season where they're good, not great, and then as soon as we start to doubt them, oh yeah, no, they're really good, and they win games, and they show that they're capable of
winning games.
beating anyone. You know what I mean? So like, it for that reason, it doesn't surprise me, and I like this version of the team.
Of course, it's a very strong team.
Yeah, this is to me the best version of Jagerbomb that we've seen, and we've seen championship Jagerbomb.
I believe Justine Edwards didn't play in this game, did he, or did he not? I didn't check the full stats, but it's
So,
big difference stuff. He doesn't
oh
play.
yeah, for sure. But I
He
think
he doesn't appear to be on the stat sheet,
No.
so either they shut him down,
Nope. No.
or
Doubtful.
he wasn't there, and I don't believe he was. And you're right, that does change things for
So
top
if he
season.
plays, do they win top season?
Potentially.
No.
Potentially.
Yes or no?
hot take.
Let's go get
There-
the fire ready, please, Eagle.
There is an alternate reality where they win, and there's an alternate reality where they lose.
Terrible. Just take it. Pick one.
I mean,
Pick
okay.
one.
60%. They I don't know.
Pick a team.
Coin toss. Coin toss.
You're the worst.
real.
All right, so
There's
the
an
re-
infinite fire.
So as much as I think, as we discussed, that top season is a terrible matchup for the commission, as Jagerbomb is a bad matchup for top season.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think it's more that top season is playing against a team that's not the best matchup for them, over Jagerbomb being so much better than blah blah blah.
I'll give you a college basketball comparison, and Peeze might know what I'm talking about. A few years ago, Kentucky Wildcats were undefeated, played Wisconsin in the Final Four semifinal game. It was the half-court offense of Wisconsin against the run and gun.
Wisconsin should also be banned from playing basketball.
Yes, of course. The
and football, actually. Just ban them from sports.
Except for hockey. A good hockey program.
Nobody watches
it was a run and
college
gun.
hockey.
I watched it. It was a run and gun of top seasons against the, I guess, half-court offense of Jagerbomb.
Yeah.
And
It's a ball control offense.
yeah, that's what it was.
I mean, Jim, you've played against him in the final, right?
First of all, you need to watch it on the Wisconsin not playing football because we wouldn't have Russell Wilson if it weren't for that.
Yeah.
Well, he
it's-
played NC State.
Well, exactly.
Boy,
You
so-
should have stayed at NC State
Yeah,
and
right.
not bored us to death for a couple
He
of
would have
years.
been NC State if he didn't want to offer baseball. And Tom O'Brien's like, you know
Yeah.
what? Go to Wisconsin, son. And that was the wrong move for Tom O'Brien.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I think it's just a matchup issue, and I think that's what Conference B is going to be all about in the playoffs is who plays who, and some matchups are more favorable for other teams. So I could see the commission being knocked out by top season in the first round if they play each other. I could also see the commission make the finals if they never face top season.
Yeah.
And so on and so on. So
Division C feels more than most divisions to be very matchup dependent at the top.
I also distracted you from whatever question you were about to ask me.
No, I got it. I'm
Okay,
saving it because I thought we were going to transition and then I forgot.
I'll talk about the.
Oh, before we get to Moist, we get to your game, Simon.
Oh, okay.
Dirty Dog.
We don't have
sorry,
to.
the Junkyard Dogs. Against,
Oh, okay. I thought you meant my game as Omelette.
No,
I'm happier to talk about Junker Dogs.
Yeah, you were there for that game.
Yes, I was. It was a great game. I wasn't expecting it to be this close, to be honest
Backyard
with you.
Bullies, they beat.
No, Backyard Bullies lost to Junkyard
Yeah,
Dogs.
Junkyard Dogs beat Backyard
Yes.
Bullies.
Junker Dogs, I've had my doubts about them all season. I'm openly saying it. I don't mind it. They've played well against Backyard Bullies. Jason Rossi played well. There was this one crazy play, and listen, Jason wanted me to talk about this, and I will, but not in Jason's favor. So Sean Avram, the snapper for Backyard Bullies, runs a quick out. Rich Humes hits him. From my perspective, I did not see the ball. I only saw people's backs because I didn't have the right vantage point. So the ball goes at Sean. Sean makes 2 steps. Rory Simmergen's running
Great player.
in the other direction. And as soon as I see Rory's hands, like 2 steps further, he has the ball in his hands and he's running for the end zone. Was it a pick? Was it stripped out of Sean Avram's hands? You were there. Jim was also there, but you had the other vantage point.
I had the other angle, so it was a little bit harder because I had Sean Abrams' back to me.
Okay.
But it was all like one fluid movement, almost like Sean had corralled the ball in, and at the same time Rory was coming in from the other direction, and the ball just
left his hands
Yeah.
into the others.
The one thing that was interesting is that like after the 2 referees conferred and then ruled that it was not
For
an
a while,
interception.
too.
Yeah, they conferred for a while, and they made sure to capture every possible aspect of it, like what were the hands doing, what were the feet doing, what was the placement. After the call was made, there wasn't a lot of protest.
No, because I think everybody sort of agreed that it could have went both ways.
Yeah, and if it can go both ways, if the referee doesn't see it, they can't call it.
They can't call what they can't see.
Exactly. So if it can go both ways and they're not 100%, they can't call it.
I have a
So I
question
think
for
that's
you
what it
guys.
comes down to.
I have a question for you guys, and this could maybe be looked upon for future seasons, especially with we do game of the week, right? Every division gets a game of the week for the season. Has this ever been thought of? And maybe you bring in replay for game of the week, whichever game it is.
We can't.
What do you mean?
The technology required
Oh, replay?
for replay is not such that we have for game of the week.
Also,
But
it's
last
not
time
fair.
it has replay. You can go back.
Yeah, but also it's not fair for the.
It'll
other-
really slow down the game.
So
Because we can't do it as quickly as we do in the finals.
No, but I'm saying that like you give one challenge, right? If
No,
there's-
because it's not fair if it doesn't happen during your game because I would have challenged this, but
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can't have
game of
rules
the week.
different for different games. Agreed. Yeah, it's
that would
a
make it-
it's
fair
a
enough.
rule that would be inequitable.
Yeah.
Fair enough then.
But overall, that game, Junkyard Dogs played really well. I have to give some love to Jonathan Williams, the fellow referee, turn player, turn referee, turn back to player for now.
Mr. Olympia.
Turned super jacked.
Yeah, big time. He was impossible to cover in the end zone. He had a great game.
It's so weird because like I feel like people forget John Williams is a very good player,
He's a fantastic player.
but like people forget
he made
he,
some
he,
catches.
He was stereotyped as being a bad quarterback. He
wasn't even
Yeah.
a back quarterback by the
No.
way.
He had some issues. As
He
a
wasn't
quarterback.
great.
Commission had some problems with him.
He
as a
was
quarterback.
his spiral was the first to give me an erection in FPL.
Nice.
You
but-
should see him in stage up.
But it's good to see.
You
Yeah.
would
would've
have given
been-
me a better direction.
Oh, yeah.
CJ.
You would have been
Oh,
a few hard men over there. Let's put it that way.
But nice. But he
I think
made
that
some
works
plays,
out
man.
okay because I'm younger than him, so it's not creepy.
Actually, same age.
You're younger than him.
I think so.
No, we're same age.
You look
Yeah?
like
Yeah.
you're 20 years older.
He's got some grace. He's catching
Yeah,
some grace.
he made some really nice plays. There was one ball that he caught in the end zone that honestly I thought that was an incomplete. I was about to press incomplete on the app, and nope, that was a catch. So no, he made some really good plays, and I think that gives Junker Dogs a very good offensive player that we don't consider.
Okay.
I caught a game.
Yes.
And I know I keep going to this team, and it's a member of our podcast. But it just so happens I tend to be at the field when you guys are playing. But Moist, I was there to watch this game.
Matt Kerouac is watching live right now.
Hey,
Hi,
Matt.
Matt.
How's it going?
Hey, the conductor.
Jem, can I see your hands? What's wrong with them?
Let's scored a touchdown in that game.
You also had a drop.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
I gotta call you out when you see it, man.
But you want to bring up Matt, poor
It's
Matt,
so
so he was a
awkward.
victim of something, whatever it
Maybe
was.
his hands were moist.
To me, what's most amazing about Matt Kerouac is he's played most of this game with an ankle that makes you want to puke the second you see it.
Oh, the big blue thing.
Yeah. But
And he
By-
led in rushing yards this
Yeah.
week.
by contrast, he lost a lot of weight, so it looks good. So it's worked out. But I will say it just doesn't feel like a lot of guys are helping him out.
It's a
So they've
bunch of-
abandoned the wounded warrior that he is.
well, and like the thing is, you look at the team around him. This should be a team full of guys there to bail him out.
but they're all defensive players.
Fair. That's a
Like,
fair analysis.
Delaney's have been playing defense, mostly defense, in the last few seasons, and Div 1, Div 2, with Matt Kerouac and Marco Maciotto and the D-Boys teams.
Div
They
1, yeah.
Like Giovanni has not been an offensive player in recent years. Leo Lani a little bit more, but he's not even.
And I feel like there's a disillusionment of like, oh, we'll go down divisions and we'll automatically dominate just by being in lower divisions. But what it does is it paralyzes your cap space. It's not necessarily true because you don't realize there's athletes. Again, there's athletes at every level
Yes.
of FPF. So
and he's also a new quarterback.
Yeah.
He's trying to learn without having that one receiver that could bail you out constantly.
yeah, there is no true number one on this team.
So
Would you-
they have-
would
do
you-
they have a
is
lot
that
of number
fair?
twos?
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of number twos, number threes.
Yeah.
Kerouac would be better as a quarterback if he would have that real number one receiver to help him.
Like if like him and Marco Maciotto should switch roles for this team, where Marco's usually the quarterback, right?
Mhm.
If he had a guy like that who can win matchups by
yeah,
himself.
so you have that, and you also have his expertise as a quarterback to help you out in some situations where you're
Right.
not
Wait,
necessarily.
but they have the quarterback expertise of Terry Tam.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's very useful.
Quarterback guru, Terry Tam.
No, but
Uh,
I'm just saying it would have helped him as a quarterback. I know how it feels to have a bunch of guys who don't necessarily win matchups, and it's difficult.
Well, because your playbook is bizarre, where you need guys to win matchups, even though you
so
could just call
maybe
floods.
his is also bizarre.
All right, speaking of bizarre, playoff matchups right now. I'm going to let you finish, and Vikings are holding the 7 to 8 spots, 2 wins each. And then on the other side of the bracket,
Guess
Fred's
who we're
Low
playing this week?
Places and Lights Out. Low Places play tonight, 2 wins each here. Can 3 wins be enough for you guys to qualify for playoffs at this point?
I hope so.
I would say yes because of the 2 ties.
So we
3
have an-
wins is 8
We
points.
essentially have an extra win because of 2 ties.
Yeah, it's 8 points, right?
Yeah.
8 points is 4 wins essentially.
It's
No,
amazing
that-
that
that makes you up in
one
6-all.
tie feels like you have an extra loss, but 2 ties makes you feel like you have an extra win.
But that tie you guys
Yeah.
had against Keyport Lock.
That was terrible.
it should have been a safety, by the
should've been
way.
Safety.
Speaking of safeties,
Should've been
but
safety.
so
Sheesh.
yeah, so yes, I believe 3 wins will be enough because Lobster Dinner, which is a 9 seed, are the one team that could catch up. Or
But they do have the head-to-head over.
Lowest
yeah,
scoring
yeah,
offense
but they're
right
at 3
now.
points, 1-5-1.
Yeah.
So they would need to win all 3 games to catch up to where we are at the moment. Just to
Lowest
jump
scoring
us, they would
offense
need
right
to win out, and we need to lose out.
They barely crack 15 points a game, these guys.
Lobster Dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, they play a very, very slow offense. But listen, it's not impossible, but they need to win out,
Look,
and I don't see it happening.
They almost beat the Tats. So
Yep.
on any given day. What about on the other side? I'll ask you.
No, who are
PG.
you talking about? Lobster Dinner? You're
Yeah.
playing Tats in week 10.
So who was it that they almost beat? Let me still.
I'm
sorry.
I'll let you finish.
For
I beg your pardon.
2 seasons in a row, they almost beat Blue Chips.
Yeah, Blue Chips they almost beat. In fact, they were up at one point in Blue Chips. PC on the other side, you have Friends Low Places, Lights Out. We'll go to Steph in a bit here. Both have 2 wins. Can 3 wins be enough with Brocasian, La Montagnole, and Moist all?
Well,
One
one thing to
win.
consider is there's the game happening tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
Once
and
you get
that
Steph's
changes
3
the
games
outlook.
left.
If Vocation wins, then they're all tied at 4 points.
Yeah.
And then it's
And
another
if
situation.
Friends and Low Places win, they
Eagle,
Take a step
two
up,
things,
yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Well, let's call Steph up and let's go for a live look in the CFL game with Ottawa and Calgary afterwards, please. Thank you. Carry on, though.
Thank you for cutting us off.
That was all.
I don't know where we're going. This we'll stop there.
I said my thing already.
That's it.
Let's all stare off
Ego was
footage.
not
I said
ready.
it. I already made my analysis. I have no other analysis.
Ego was not ready for this.
By the way, did you see Simone brought in today? Munchies?
That's
Yes.
that's
Crunchy
content.
coated. Oh, here we go.
Everything's content.
Here we go. Stefano Berardi.
Steph the man.
Hello.
Steph!
What do you mean, Mo?
How's
I'm
it
here
going?
too,
How
man.
you been, man?
Hi, Steph.
How you been? Steph,
going?
we're going for like a pregame thought here. With
Precap.
A precap. Not a,
A
recap.
precap.
A precap
Okay.
of the Division C showdown coming up tonight in Broadside, Quebec between Brocasian and Fresno Low Places on Broadside Field 2. Tell us, how are the warm-ups going for the two teams right now? Who's wearing pennies tonight?
I just cut, so I really didn't hear the second half of that.
Who's wearing
sentence.
pennies?
I heard the Brocasian part.
Who's wearing pennies?
Is Brocasian against who?
Oh my
Fresno
god, I hate you so
Places.
much.
Who's wearing pennies?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm super confused.
Okay, never mind.
Friends in
Bro-
low places will probably come out victorious with it.
Does Brocasian have 6 guys? 6 guys.
From what
Hello?
you see right now, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Stefano, as Simone asked, does Brocasian have 6 guys warming up right now?
Well, so far I see nobody, so
That's a good
that's
start.
what's going on with the warm-up.
All right.
It's a good start. I mean, they have another 40 minutes or so, but we're calling for.
Oh, they got plenty of time then. Why are we calling so early for?
Oh, we have
'Cause
a
we're on
very-
the FC show.
Jeez
FC
Louise.
show. Steph, your thoughts? You have who winning tonight? Friends in Low Places?
I got friends in low places winning
How,
tonight, yeah.
how many points?
I'm going to say it's going to be a 13-point victory for friends in low places.
Why do you say that, though? How come?
I believe that the Brocasian are going to, if they have 6 guys, they're going to put up the points, but then that's in the first half. In the second half, friends in low places is probably going to take over and take that 13-point victory home.
How do Friends in Low Places look right now in warm up?
There's absolutely no one from either team,
So
so
So you couldn't tell us whether or not
That's
they're
all I can
low
say
or
about
not
that.
low at the moment. All right.
I have people from cheat code, but that's irrelevant to the next division.
Correct.
Yes.
But that's
yes.
all I see.
But can
There's
you
no
paint us a
Caucasian
picture?
or friends in low
If
places
you
players.
could, if you could,
Imagine yourself in Danny Damour's basement.
yeah.
What do you see?
Yeah, what do you see right now? Can you paint a
I'd
picture
rather
to us?
not do that, but I feel like
No, but like,
the
what
type
if
of guy-
you're being held like you're being chained to the wall? What
And
is
you
you
have to
for-
look at that poster of Mokan in the bathroom.
what are you
it
forced
might be
to see?
Mokan, but I feel like it's gonna have like samurai swords and such.
Samurai
So
swords.
it's like a torture dungeon. I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe.
yeah.
So
That's
Alex
just the
Holwack is
vibe, but
watching
I'm
live
pretty
right
sure
now.
he's
Why
like
is
a
he not
simple
warming
guy
up
that
for
just
this
has a
game?
couch and a television.
That's a good point.
S-
Slacker.
Steph, can you paint us a picture of how the warm-ups are going right now if you can visualize the warm-ups?
If you could pretend they were happening, what would
Yeah.
they look
What-
like?
What would be happening right now, please?
Precap.
But what would be happening right now is Christian Ferratola running left to right, sprinting, and trying to throw on the run to one player that's going to show up, and it might be his brother. Alex.
Wait, you know John
And then
Lee
on
very
the other
well.
side, Danny Damore just tossing it up to, I don't know, maybe Holloway. That's about it.
John Louis,
Nothing more.
John Louis will be doing his warm-ups, right? Like, is it ever intense warm-up routine?
John Louis is going to be the kind of guy who will run laps for like no particular reason. But yeah, that's a great way to stay in shape.
Yeah,
All right.
But yeah, I see him running around and then running backwards and then backpedaling and such.
So,
So,
Steph,
yeah.
you got Fresno Places by 13 tonight, huh?
I got friends of both places by 13 points, yes.
All right, man.
We have a write-in.
Oh, for Steph?
No, not for Steph.
Bye, Steph.
It's
Bye, Steph. We
Bye,
don't want
Steph.
you
Good
to-
enough.
Talk to you in a bit.
All right, bye.
it's Alex Holwack
Hi,
who
Alex.
says, "Don't worry, I'm on the way, Philp."
So, you shouldn't be watching the show and driving. is
Yeah,
also
it's
the
a-
thing.
that's
He
a-
might
that's
just
a
be
no-no.
listening.
That's true. We are a visual medium.
Yeah, it's a no-no here. Guys, fifth seeds right now. Backyard Bullies, strangers from both sides of the bracket here. Do they move up, or are they going to hold the 5 spots the rest of the way?
Sorry?
Strangers and Backyard Bullies, are they going to move up as the 5 seats for their divisions, or are they going to be holding the 5 hole for the top?
Yes.
To both
Yes and no,
things?
respectively.
No, I think they're gonna hold the same spot, just because I don't see them trending in either directions. Like I don't think they're gonna lose
Yeah, I
out.
think
think they're gonna
they're
win out.
they're about what their talent level is. So I can see that. I can see
Five's
them
good.
staying with her.
5's a good spot to be in. It's comfortable.
No, but they're good
cozy.
teams. They're not dominant teams. They're fine.
It's cozy.
Yeah.
They're gonna win a few games, lose a few games.
It's like being in the worst basement, being chained to the wall. It's cozy.
I assume you've been in that
Listen,
basement
man.
of his.
All I'm
done
saying
things.
is sometimes it gets intense.
I've seen things.
I'll show you on the doll where you hurt me.
I went to Peeze's house.
Hashtag peace too.
How else would he know about the Mocon poster?
That's true.
That's
One team, looking at the schedule if you can, and Simon can give you the schedule if you wish.
Please.
Before we get to of the week of the games.
What?
One team that needs a win, whether they're in a playoff position or not right now.
One team that needs a win. I have this written down somewhere. I just don't remember.
Yeah,
where.
I'll give you the schedule, and I know I don't ruin GM's segment here of who's playing who this week. But is it game changers against friends in low places, Bearskins against Dirty Dogs, Lights Out against Moist, Tats against Backyard Bullies? Is it Blue Chips against Junkyard Dogs, Top Season against Braves U, Lobster Dinner against Mountain Lions?
Well, Friends in Low Places have a favorable schedule moving forward, so I don't think I would put them in that category. But like, if you look at Lights Out, you know, they have a game against Moist, and that's like a potential trap game where Moist can actually win a game. Top Season and Montagnard, like they need that win next week against Moist, and then I think that'll destroy Moist's hopes and dreams.
But they're already done.
So will
Those
Moist
hopes are
still
done.
be alive for the playoffs before we converse next Thursday?
Nope.
Sorry,
Moist, will they be alive next Thursday?
if they win,
They will not.
they might. They might
Okay,
win this
in
game.
that case,
Oh, can Moist theoretically make playoffs?
Yes, they're
That's
still
fucked up.
they're still mathematically
still alive.
alive, and one of the teams ahead of them is Lights Out, so that would allow them
Who's
to
Moist
have the
playing?
head-to-head tiebreaker.
Who's Moist playing after Lights Out?
The internet's very slow, so
Um,
they have
Moist-
Lights Out, they have the Commission, they have Brocasian.
Yeah, not easy. Not easy at all.
Yep. So
Well,
speaking of things that won't happen,
I mean, maybe Commission's defense is not what Brett Botkin thinks it is.
No,
I mean,
it
it's the
isn't.
best, but they allow 50 points. So
Maybe Brocasian will only have 4 guys.
It's now time for of the week of the games.
Of the week of the games.
Here we go.
La semaine des jeux.
Well, I guess we won't do game changers, friends in low places, because
No.
friends in low places we already talked about.
Yeah, we're
Let us do Bearskins, Dirty Dogs.
Bearskins are coming off a close win. They've been playing really well with Mark Belvedere this season, but recently it's been close.
I think the Dirty Dogs are gonna pull this one out.
I agree. I think the Dirty Dogs will grit it out.
So I had a
Great.
funny conversation with
Grit week
Dave
for,
Chiliat this week.
Was it
yesterday.
gritty?
He's like,
Was he eating grits?
he was giving me the roster sheet. Then he turns around to Ryan Lenonowski. He's like, who's the 7th guy coming? And Ryan said, what's 7 guys? And that's their season. They never play with more than 6.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Put your best guys in
but
field.
yeah, I think Dirty Dogs are playing well, man. I like
Yeah.
what they did this week against English Changers, and yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset with Dirty Dogs.
Next,
Vikings, I'm gonna let you finish.
I'll let you finish. A big game because if they win, that means you
Yeah.
pull away from the Vikings, and I think
Yeah,
that's
I'm
Yeah,
let you
it's-
finish by 50 points.
It's
Yeah.
a big playoff game. Whoever wins jumps the other team, and then
Hopefully,
oh God, you're
hopefully,
my field.
hopefully, I'm let
No,
you
Monday
finish.
Blossom.
We'll have their snapper returning to the snapper
at some
position.
point,
It would
have
be
you
great.
played since week 3?
Barely.
Have you played since that week 2 game
No, that was my last
against
game.
Lobster Dinner?
That was my last game. That's snapper.
The,
was my last
the
game.
9-drop game was your
Yeah.
last game.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's one of the reasons it's been my most frustrating season.
Next,
Keyport Lock, Strangers.
Oh, yeah, that's a great game.
this is a
Man, that's a good game.
this is a big one.
Strangers have been exceeding my expectations, so I like to pick against them. But
Keep our
I-
lock.
no, I'm gonna go Strangers, man. I think they have this. They'll be able to squeeze it out into that game.
At first, I didn't think Keyport Lock would win, but stranger things have happened. So give me stranger things.
Next.
You want more?
No, well, that's it. That's it. That's all. We're
It's pretty
good.
bad. It's pretty bad.
Magic words, please.
You ever happened to Pluto? That's messed up.
You've been.
You know that's right.
Good night, Uranus.
I mean, we could go on for days. Yeah, we could go on for days, but let's not go there.
What? I don't have my headset on. More kind of the mic drop. I did the headset drop.